Texas has authorized a dramatic new tool, all in an effort to prevent these kinds of school shootings.
Senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel is here to explain the idea and whether it also makes sense here in Indiana.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is under pressure to do something after the tragedy in Uvalde. So he sent this letter to the director of the Texas School Safety Center. It orders in-person, unannounced random intruder detection audits at schools, instructing the state agency to approach campuses to find weak points and how quickly they can penetrate buildings without being stopped. The plan essentially calls for surprise inspections at schools to see if a stranger can breach school security. What does Indiana's governor think about this idea? We contacted Governor Holcomb's office a week ago. Still, no comment. But others are speaking out on the idea of unannounced school security checks, and they have strong opinions. Following the tragedy in Uvalde, school officials and law enforcement here in Indiana are concerned because they say this is not the last time an armed intruder will target a school.
It breaks my heart to say that, but yes, it's going to happen again.
This is one of those things that keeps us up at night.
Dr. Jeff Butts is superintendent of Wayne Township Schools. Doug Carter is superintendent of Indiana State Police. 13 News asked both of them what they think of inspections to test how vulnerable schools are to intruders. Do you think that's a good idea?
I do. I do think it's a good idea. We should be testing ourselves by doing those kinds of things. It holds a level of accountability.
Security checks are a critical part of making sure that our buildings are safe and that our students are secure inside of them.
That's their motive.
The superintendents say Indiana law already requires every school to have a detailed safety plan, and testing those plans is crucial to help keep students and teachers safe from an attempted attack. But they say the plan in Texas to conduct safety checks that are completely unannounced is misguided and could result in panic, even an armed confrontation.
Seeing somebody unannounced trying to get into a building would certainly alert our resource officers and could result in a situation that could be very dangerous. It could definitely cause a lockdown in the school just by the very nature of somebody going around yanking on doors. I am all for safety checks. I'm all for doing those unannounced as long as they have a school person with them, show up at the school, grab the principal and say, we're going for a walk.
Exactly right. There has to be a single point of contact.
The state police superintendent says even better yet, the lead on inspections should remain with schools.
I think local control is really important, especially when we're talking about something as important as this.
He does not like the plan announced in Texas, where the responsibility for conducting school safety checks now lies with the state. Who should be doing it?
I think the corporation should be doing it. Otherwise, it becomes this bureaucratic thing. We don't understand the environments that these schools live in. Nobody knows that environment better than the people that actually work there and live there. So I really think that there has to be buy-in at the local level. And if they want our help, all they have to do is ask. It's important to point out many schools are already doing security checks, some on a daily basis, but those checks are not mandated. The State Department of Education sent 13 News more information about what's happening to keep Indiana schools safe. We've posted that at WTHR.com.